Well, guys, welcome back to Supa TV right here on channel 150, OpenView, powered by Supabets, where you bet with the biggest. It's Bet with the Biggest time with Angelino Govender as we take a look at some of the biggest wins this past weekend on the sports and also on the super numbers, your favorite lotteries, including the UK 49. We had quite a massive win this weekend in the world of sports. And to tell us all about it is Angelino Govender, our sports analyst and Supabets representative. Angelino, welcome back. How are you doing today?
Hey, how's it, Tibbs? I'm good, man. Just a bit cold here in Durban. But, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, it looks like we're all experiencing this cold. Angel, what do you think about the new background? It looks nice, right? Look, now it's like a Christmas. It's like Christmas all year round.
Yeah, it does look like Christmas.
All right, Edge, let's get straight into it, right? Let's talk about the big wins from this past weekend. And this time, I would like us to start off with the super numbers. Usually we end off with the super numbers, right? But this time around, this weekend, we had the biggest win in the world of sports. So that's why we're starting off with the super numbers. Ange, the top three big wins this weekend. Let's start off with number 3.
Sure, Tibbs. This time around, we've got no UK 49s in the top 3 for a change.
That's a first, okay.
Yeah. However, our number 3 and number 2 winners both picked up 75,003 rand. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give you. They both were from the SA Powerball.
Yeah.
In there was one ticket that was 3 balls and a bonus ball with a stake of 30 rand.
Yeah.
And the other one was just 4 balls with a stake of 12 rand. Yeah. And both winning tickets there was 75,003 rand.
Yo, guys, that's a lot of money. And I mean, usually, like Ange mentioned, we always get big wins with the UK 49 because they happen every single day. The UK 49 tea time and lunchtime draw. But money can also be made on the local front and the local lotteries in the SA Powerball. So congratulations to our 2 big winners there this weekend, winning 75,000 rand each from just getting 3 balls and a bonus ball, and the other one getting 4 balls in the SA Powerball. Guys, do you see what the super numbers? All you need is a small stake. 30 rand, 12 rand can make you quite a lot of money. And who was our biggest winner this weekend in the world of super numbers?
And our biggest winner, this was in the USA Mega Millions. It was 2 balls and a bonus ball. A small stake of just 30 rand only. And this individual picked up 126,030 rand.
I keep saying that, Edge, I need to go make a bet on this US Mega Millions because even the last week, if I remember correctly, you had mentioned that someone won quite a few thousands of rands from just getting 2 balls in the US Mega Millions. And you know what? Today, I promise that I will go make a bet there because if all it takes is for you to make a bet on 2 numbers, win on those 2 numbers to win over 100,000 rand from a small bet, then it's worth my time. So if you want to go try it out yourself, go SMS Supa TV to 30978 and go to Super Numbers and go and find US Mega Millions. Ange, thank you so much for those big winners. Let's go to the soccer, or not soccer, let's go to the sports. Who were the 3 biggest winners this weekend? Let's start off with number 3.
Okay, Tibbs, with sports, we've got football again. Once again.
Yeah.
In 3rd place, this was the 1x2 market.
Yeah.
It was probably it was a stake of 100 rand.
Yeah.
And this person picked up 84,905 rand.
Oh my goodness me, Edge! That means that the odds there were sitting at 84 to 1. Because of 84 to 1 times 100, no. What's 84 times 100, guys? Is it 8,000? Yeah, or is it 80,000? 8,000. Ange, I don't know mathematics. Now you must help me. So it was 840 to 1 times 100 made it 80,000. And that's ridiculous though. That means that that multi-bet was stacked up with odds that were pretty much almost impossible, because 100 Rand bet multiplied by 850x on it gives you that 84,000 Rand. So this lucky individual definitely made a lot of money this weekend, and their bets went their way. And I must ask them which doctors and which people they go and consult, because this seems a bit unreal to me. But Ange, have you ever won this kind of money before and not told anyone about it?
No. I just dream about it every day.
You just dream? All right, cool. I also dream about it. Ange, let's go to number 2. Who was our second biggest winner? Congratulations, by the way, to our third biggest winner this weekend. But who was number 2?
Well, if 100 Rand wasn't enough,
Yeah.
in second place, this person just put a stake of 5 Rand
Phew.
in their 1x2 bet.
Yeah.
They picked up 169,314 Rand.
I am not even going to do the mathematics on this one, because, guys, consider this. A 5 Rand bet, they made multi-bets on the home draw or away results, and they won 169,000 Rand. Big congratulations to that person. If it's you, send us a WhatsApp and say it was me and tell us how you did it, because those odds were ridiculous. But do you see how easy it is for you to win on the sports betting, guys? All you need is a small amount and you can win quite a lot. And if 169,000 Rand was just the second biggest win, what was the biggest win on sports betting this weekend?
Okay, Tebs, I'm sure if lots of our viewers and customers were paying attention to social media, they would have seen the big winner banner being floated about. But let me share it with you and the viewers at home now.
Yeah.
Our biggest sport winner last week. This was in the football again, the 1x2 market. A stake of 500 Rand.
Yeah.
And this individual picked up 549,768 Rand.
And can you tell them, please, which markets they were placing this bet on? Because the market for me was very impressive in terms of not the 1x2. Yeah, that was the main market. But which outcome did they specifically bet on? And can you please tell our viewers?
Okay, guys, listen up clearly. This was in our local DSTV Premiership, the last day of the season.
Yeah.
There were only 2 winners on the day, that were Sundowns and Kaiser Chiefs in their matches.
Yeah.
However, there were 6 draws.
Yeah.
And this individual happened to go and select all 6 draws correctly with their stake of 500 Rand, and they have picked up 550K.
500,000 Rand from just predicting that 6 of the games in the DSTV Premiership will end up in draws. 500 Rand stake, 500,000 Rand payout. Congratulations to our biggest winner this weekend. Ange, thank you so much for sharing some of those big wins on the super numbers and also on the sports betting. Guys, if you want us to be talking about you next week in terms of being one of the big winners, SMS Supa TV to 30978 and start betting with the biggest right now. Ange, let's talk all things sports and what happened this weekend. We'll start off with the DSTV Premiership. Let's talk about what happened this weekend. Last few games and the season has completely ended now, and Mamelodi Sundowns have been crowned the champions yet again.
Yeah, Tibbs, well, as we know, they had their season wrapped up on the penultimate game.
Yeah.
It was enough, but they had to go and close off, in emphatic fashion.
Yeah.
And they also, with a 3-0 win over Cape Town, and that also allowed them to, close off the season with a record 13-point margin. And they also went on to pick up an abundance of awards at the ceremony with Peter Chalalile, and there were just awards galore. But credit to Sundowns, they've got the players. They've got that winning mentality. And of course, with the pressure from Amazulu coming late on, they still stuck to their, the absolute brilliant form.
Yeah.
And here we go. They are the champions again with the record margin. And I'm sure we're going to see more of them to come in the next season, of course.
Not so exciting though for Kaiser Chiefs ending off the season on the lowest points. What was your take on their season? But at the end of the day, they ended up in the top 8. I would like to think that's a good thing, considering it had to wait until the very last game to determine whether they will end up in that top 8.
Except I suppose only the fans for themselves can be the judge on whether if that's going to make them sleep at night, then we can be happy for them.
Yeah.
But I'm certain for the likes of the Kaiser Chiefs hierarchy and lots of the hardcore fans, they are going to be extremely disappointed. I mean, this is their lowest ever points tally, despite winning the last 2 games. Yeah. After the unfortunate sacking of Coach Gavin Hunt.
Yeah.
But the only thing that they can take from it is that they have qualified for the top 8, as you said. And look, it looks like there's going to be a change in management, of course. And all Chiefs can hope for is a better season. It's they have to go out and get some good signings. Well, I think I mentioned that last week to you. So hopefully they can go dip themselves into the market, get some fresh new talent there, and just go at it again. If Stuart Baxter is there to be in charge, then he's the one that actually won with them last time around 2015, I think. That's about all we can hope for from a Kaiser Chiefs perspective.
How confident are you? I would like to hear your predictions as to how far do you think Kaiser Chiefs are going to go in the CAF Champions League?
Well, I'm not too certain if I don't think that they've qualified for the Champions League because
are they not in this quarterfinals now? Is it semifinals? Quarterfinals, Kaiser Chiefs, right? Semifinals now. Yeah. So I want to find out from you, Ange, do you think they will make it all the way to the final and end up getting that silverware? Even though it was quite a crazy season for them, they still have this silverware that they can still play for.
No, cup competitions are, it's, who knows what's going to happen in a cup competition. I mean, we've seen the likes of, Leicester beat Man City in the FA Cup. So, hey, you got to just back them and hope that they can go on. I mean, for South African fans, that's all they can do. And obviously it will be some bonus if you have to look at it. And let's just see what happens. I hope that they can get the job done, but we'll see what happens.
Well, all the best to Kaiser Chiefs as they try and get that silverware this year. So, Amazulu, let's talk about Benny McCarthy. He won Coach of the Year last night, and he did an incredible job with Amazulu. What's your take on his season, being the head and doing such an amazing job this season? Did you think that he deserved, obviously, the accolade he got last night? And what was your analysis of Amazulu's season this year?
Well, considering that he was appointed and he has done absolute wonders with them, so I think Benny deserves all the credit. Look, they finished in second spot, and as I always say, the age-old cliche of the table doesn't lie. Amazulu second spot, and they were languishing in relegation last season, and there's a whole big change that has come about with the club. I think there's a culture shift here. and Benny has brought in this freshness, and he totally deserves the accolade. And as I just saw the headline in one of the newspapers that a sleeping giant has awoken.
No, definitely. I mean, it's a whole cultural change, and based on what the chairman of Amazulu was saying about where he wants to take the club over the next couple of years, he wants them to be winning the PSL championship title on more than one occasion. And right now, having finished this season in second place, I see no. Actually, no, not that I'm saying there won't be any challenges, but I see no reason why they cannot get those multiple titles in the years and the seasons to come based on the way that this chairman is handling business there. And let's move over to our F1. Formula One was this weekend. We were in Azerbaijan, and this time around, the podium finish was not as we expected. No Lewis Hamilton. What happened there?
Yeah, it was extremely unfortunate for Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes, and their fans. Starting off the whole weekend, it was impressive for the likes of Ferrari and Charles Leclerc as a young man, with the car that he has, not being the fastest, as we all know, with the Ferrari. He picked up his second consecutive pole, which was absolutely impressive around the streets of Baku. Unfortunately, it was a clean start for Charles, and he lost his place on the round of pit stops, which was like a norm, you could suppose. But then the real drama, only unfolded around like the mid-30 laps when Aston Martin's blowout. And, Pirelli had come out and said that, their tires can go a certain distance before, tire degradation can start. And they were confident that, there won't be any further incidents in the race to come. However, with Red Bull's Max Verstappen comfortably in the lead and looking for a brilliant win, on lap 46 he suffered a tire blowout, and the red flag had to come in. Unfortunately, the race was stopped, and it was a vital moment as well, because with 3 laps to go, they had to make a decision on whether they restart the race or end the race then and there. And that would have actually given the victory to Max Verstappen as they looked back a lap before of the top 3, and that's when they would close off. However, the race officials decided that it will be a standing start race again with just 3 to go. So it was going to be a dash to the end. But the teams knew that it's going to be a risky as well, considering the tire situation. So when the restart took place, Sergio Perez was at the front with Lewis behind him. And, everyone knew that, there's at that first corner, it's going to be tight, it's going to be nip and tuck. Unfortunately, likes of Hamilton and the brilliant driver that he is, it was his mistake. He came out aggressive, he outbroke himself, and he had to go down the escape route. And that resulted in, him finishing off 15th. And it was a no points for him in after 54 races since 2018, and it was an impressive win for Sergio Perez and Red Bull. And then, of course, Sebastian Vettel, who was driver of the day, an impressive race for the German, finishing in second place, and Pierre Gasly coming in third. And it was a brilliant race, but Hamilton will have to look at this and know that he was at fault. And we're gonna just have to wait for France that's next up and see what the Englishman can conjure up there.
Well, congratulations to Sergio Perez there, winning his second career win there in the Azerbaijan GP. And you know, the Pirelli thing, this is not the first time that this tire situation comes about in F1. I think, if anything, my analysis on this one is that Pirelli should never, ever, ever get into the business of making condoms. We will have a massive situation there. And let's talk about Euro 21. All right, I wanna find out from you in terms of where does this rank amongst all the other big leagues and all the other big championships and tournaments that take place?
Because this is okay, you know what? It is a massive football event, and it is the Euros. So we know the cream of the crop of footballers. They all participate predominantly in Europe. So this is like right up there. I mean, with other major sporting events, but it's just below the World Cup. It has to be there below the World Cup because we've seen the likes of the top players from South America, or at least the Americas, coming and playing in Europe. We know that lots of the quality is in Europe, but we're not going to see lots of these guys like with the likes of Lionel Messi and Neymar. The Brazilian top quality players. They're going to be taking part in the Copa America. So of course, America is also another big event, but the showcase is all about the Euros, and so it is massive, and I'm going to put it there right just below the World Cup.
I need to find out from you very quickly, who or which teams should we look out for and perhaps even start putting our money on when those markets open up in the Euro 21? Are there any specific teams that you consider favorites?
Well, it'd be crazy not to back the Frenchmen, as they are the world champions.
Yeah.
And if you look at the squad and the depth, it's absolute crazy. It's absolute madness. So, France are going to be favorites. But according to our Supabets website and what we've got, France are like almost 5.5 at this time. So it's a good price, and then we've got the English just behind them. But it's going to be open, Tibbs. It's going to be open. Because like lots of these international teams have also been going through their transitional periods and not like what it was earlier. So it's going to be a close-knit tournament. It's going to be very close. But the Frenchmen have to be the favorites, and then we can look at England, of course Germany and Spain. And we cannot discount the Belgians. The Dragons. They have been impressive throughout all of the recent editions of football tournaments, and they could be the bit of the dark horses, shall I say, in this tournament.
Well, we can't wait to see how that unfolds, Euro 21. So get your predictions in and also go check it out on the Supabets website. Look at the odds, see how the markets are, and put your money in there because you might just have a massive payday very soon. And very quickly, as we wrap up our show, what can we look forward to in terms of promotions on the Supabets website this week?
Well, Seb and guys at home, we're still running our normal rugby early betting promo. Our Super pools are filling up quite nicely for both the predictor and the fantasy game as well. And just remember, the yellow cap winners for each round, they will receive 5,000 rand.
Wow.
So you got to get playing from the start if you want to give yourself a chance at winning that yellow cap. But you also got to be playing as well, within those competition days. We've also got the Kings of the Tournament promo that's going to kick off as well. That's who you've got to select the Golden Boot, Golden Glove, and the Top Player awards. So that's going to be flighted very soon. The French Open is still on. Our daily giveaways is still going on with that. And of course, I'll predict the semi-finalists. That should close sometime next week. So guys, make sure you get your predictions in there. Of course, domestic football is closed. That's it.
Yeah.
But we have a little case of the Euros would start this week, Friday. I think it's Italy is like the first game up there against Turkey. And guys, also the Copa America starts on the 13th as well. So all you got to do is just get your bets in nice and early. And where else but to bet with the biggest, that's Supabets.
Angelino, as always, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate your analysis, and I can't wait to have a chat with you again next week.
Same here as always, Temps. Have a good evening, brother.
You too, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Angelino Govender, our Supabets analyst and Supabets representative, just wrapping up the weekend in the world of sports and upcoming promotions. And also, he gave us some of those big wins. Go try out some of those markets. But for me, though, I'm signing out. I will see you again tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. There's still website tour coming up next. You also have the chance to win big. In the world of sports, super numbers and live games. Bet with the biggest with Angelino.